Good evening, everyone. I'm Carmine Gemei. Today we've got a new record to announce for one of our guys. Utah golfer and Pinedale native Jordan Costello just broke the course record at Bandon Dunes in Oregon. Jordan shot an 8 under par 64. You see his scorecard right here. He made 3 birdies in a row, twice on the front 9, then made back-to-back birdies on the back 9. So Jordan went 6 under par in an 8-hole span and 8 under par in a 13-hole span. Like every great golfer, he kept track of his putts, and he only had 26 for the whole round. And Jordan told me he missed a 3-foot putt for birdie on the 7th hole and lipped out for birdie on the 9th hole. That would have been a 28 on the front 9. Here's Jordan after no bogeys and a course record, 64.
Aside from a few other rounds, that's really the first time that everything's kind of clicked for me, and I was never scared to shoot a low number. And I think once I started doing that and realizing that I was swinging so free, I think that's when I was kind of, boy, it's going to be something special. It was cool. It was a great day, and it was fun.
7,000 yards at Bandon Dunes. Jordan made 8 birdies, no bogeys. His Utah team won the tournament, and that's a course record 64. Good for him. And many of you know today's the first day of March Madness. The first 4 games played today and tomorrow. That decides the last 4 teams that complete the 64 teams in the bracket. Well, we've got a local guy playing in his first 4 game tomorrow. Former Riverton and Central Wyoming star and current North Dakota State player Chris Quayle is headed to the big dance. And if he's making moves like this one, he deserves to be in it. Had that guy right on his keister. That's what Chris's North Dakota State team's trying to do to North Carolina Central. That game's at 4:40 p.m. tomorrow on True TV. Out of his team's 33 games this season, Chris has started in 5 and played in 30. He's averaging about 14 minutes per game, 2.3 points, 2 boards, and an assist. Chris spoke about being a part of March Madness.
It's an amazing feeling. It's something that you can't describe. It's just something you've always dreamed about, and then it hasn't even really sunk in yet. It's starting to a little bit, but still in shock a little bit from the whole thing. It's been pretty crazy.
And I'm sure Craig Bohl will be rooting for Chris, because as many of you know, he won a bunch of FCS National Football Championships coaching Chris's school, North Dakota State, before coming to Wyoming. And if Chris and North Dakota State win tomorrow, they have the pleasure of playing the #1 team in the country, Duke. What a reward. And good news for our Poke Hoopers, too. The women's basketball team, you remember, they just made it to their first Mountain West Championship game ever last week. Well, now they're going to the NIT for the 3rd straight year. The Cowgirls are hosting Northern Colorado in the first round of the NIT Thursday at 6:30 p.m. The Pokes are 22-8 overall and 13-5 in the Mountain West. And the Bears, pretty similar, 21-10 overall and 15-5 in the Big Sky Conference. You can watch that game live on the Mountain West Network, and you can listen live on the Cowgirl Radio Network. And we all know the Cowboy basketball team had a rough season, finishing 8-24 and now losing 2-time All-Conference guard Justin James. Well, the good news is they're getting Kenny Foster, a 6'5", 195-pound guard. He just won the Gatorade Boys Player of the Year for for Colorado. Eric Oliver was the Player of the Year for Wyoming. And as a senior at Smoky Hill High School in Colorado this year, Kenny averaged 27 points, 11 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 blocks, and 1.5 steals per game. He finished his career with 1,784 points, and I'm not sure how this is possible, but he's got a 4.26 GPA. And staying in Laramie, the tennis team beat the University of Montana 7-0 Saturday morning. A sweep in singles, 2 doubles wins, and an unfinished match. The Cowgirls now have 6 dual wins in a row, and 10 is a great number for them because they've reached 10 wins for the 10th straight season. So they're 10-5 overall, but they haven't played any Mountain West matches yet. Those are the big testers. First ones are Friday and Saturday, hosting New Mexico and Air Force. And now to the pros. Alta native Jalen Koff just achieved a major career milestone. She won her first U.S. freestyle skiing championship. At Waterville Valley Resort in New Hampshire, Jalen won the individual mogul title. She said, quote, "I've been feeling like I've trying it for quite a few years and haven't been able to get there, so I'm really stoked," close quote. This is Jalen's third year on the U.S. ski team. She finished third at the 2017 U.S. Championships and completed at the 2018 Olympic Games in South Korea. So several Wyoming athletes continuing to the next level.
Yeah, congrats.
Awesome.
Yeah, great for them.
All right, we'll be right back.